Well, I can't even begin to imagine how you must feel in this situation, to be losing the love of your life. I'm glad you asked the question, and what pain.
This is a very painful thing, and I got to tell you, it's not like I feel like I have words to even say how you can approach this, but I do know because I've learned from watching, and I've watched other friends who I deeply love lose their spouse.
Right.
Sometimes to devastating things like, Lucy and Dennis, I'm thinking she lost him to the brain tumor, and that was so painful. I watched and learned from what they did. One of the things that was so impactful for me is she thought about ways that she could incorporate him into the future for them, for their daughters, about special occasions that they would share in the future. And because they happen to have a wine cellar filled with beautiful wines, she took him down there, and he actually selected and labeled wines for every occasion they could think of, for their daughter's 30th birthday, for their unmarried daughter's wedding day, for the day that one of them would graduate from law school, who was in process, and all these occasions. And that he wrote a little note and labeled it, and he had made that choice, and she just helped him be a part of that. And together they walked through those days and thought of every little ritual like that they could do for them to join their spirits even into the future.
Well, and the other thing I appreciate about her was her ability to, in the process of saying goodbye to Dennis, was to reminisce and took it very seriously, like going back through photo albums and reliving memories.
Their whole shared story. They kind of reviewed their shared life together, and they started at those young, awkward days when they first met, and they went through their whole family history, included their children in the process.
And what was interesting too was to see them put things in perspective, because they would laugh about certain fights they had that were really intense at that time.
Like the time she pulled off her wedding ring and threw it on the street and drove away.
And so just to kind of watch them go through that as she said her goodbyes over the process of nearly a year with his brain tumor, it was amazing and so inspirational to us, I think, to watch.
Well, and listen, she let herself get angry sometimes. And watching that was very helpful, because you are angry when you watch someone you love suffer, and when you know you're experiencing the loss of them. And and she allowed us to be a part of it. She allowed her friends circle around her, and I think that's one of the most important things. Don't try to do this alone. Don't try to do it in isolation together. Allow people who love you to hold the two of you as you walk through this together.